Yo guys, welcome back to this Akshay video, and today we're going to be driving the McLaren 2022 car at Monaco, and we're going to be driving as Daniel Ricciardo, and we're going to be doing 20 laps at the Monaco Grand Prix. So we are underway with the formation lap right now, coming down to Saint Devote, just trying to get the tires warmed up and going up the gears. And I just want to end this formation lap very quickly but get the tires warmed up as well at the same time, because why not? So right now we're going to be starting P12. I did not do any qualifying, I just selected a quick race and just got straight into the race to do 20 laps, because I anyway knew we're going to be below the top 10 anyways in the McLaren. Joe Guanyu in P10, Sonoda right behind us as we try to do a quick burn out there, and Magnussen I think also might have done it, but I don't know, because there was smoke coming out of his tire, the rear tires. So we have Alonso in P14 as well. Yeah, Magnussen P11. Indy Haas, obviously in real life he did retire from the actual Grand Prix, which is not the best result he needed, but then now a bit too close to the barrier at the Nova chicane there, but just enough, as there is no damage during the formation lap, at least I don't think there is. Who knows? And now coming through the swimming pool section, I believe, and that's my favorite part of the track. So I think like Monaco might not get that much of overtakes in real life, but then on the game anything can happen, because like you're a player driving it and there can be a safety car, who knows. Now obviously with an amazing new feature with the manual formation lap, it's a good feature. If you just quickly go to the grid, even before Magnussen goes into his P11 grid slot. So I think we should have just waited for a little bit there, but we went a bit too early. Now waiting for the 5 lights to get the lights to just go on so we can get the race started and underway. Here we go. The lights are almost out here for the Monaco Grand Prix, and it's 5 lights out and we are underway here at the Monaco Grand Prix. We had a decent start there, turning on ERS deployment right away. We are ahead of Magnussen, just slotting in behind Joe Guanyu and Esteban Ocon, as Joe Guanyu gets past Esteban Ocon, and we're going to follow him through to get past Esteban Ocon as well. So it's going to be P10 and P8 for us right now so far in this decent opening lap, as we now come down towards the Nürburgring, overtaking Joe Guanyu there around the outside, and now coming to the hairpin, and we just go on the curb there and make a bit of contact with Lando Norris as well as we get past our teammate. And now Joe Guanyu I think just got past us again there as we go now through the tunnel section, and yeah, behind Joe Guanyu getting a little bit of reception, but we're going to go for an overtake down at the Nova chicane there. So that was a very nice launch from us right there in the McLaren as we cut forward now, coming to the swimming pool section once again as we follow Pierre Gasly now too. So can we get the Alpha Tauri right now? Pierre Gasly, the 2020 Monza Grand Prix winner in real life. So we could not, who knows. Verstappen in P6 as well, and there's a Mercedes leading as well from Perez, who I think was in second from the minimap, as we come down to turn 1 to Saint Devote, as we now go to Beau Rivage and up into Massenet. Now coming to Casino section of the track, just go left and right. It's a nice corner there. And although Pierre Gasly in P7 right now, so now come down to the hairpin. We are getting a little bit closer to Pierre Gasly there. As you can see, we're right behind the AlphaTauri driver, 6 milliseconds behind. Okay, I think we might be faster here than Pierre Gasly, as we are almost already out of ERS. We have 5% energy deployment right now, so that's not really good energy deployment saving skills from me right there, but nonetheless, we still have 6%, which is basically useless if you want to do an overtake, as we have a purple first sector and a green second sector. And I don't think we can go for the fastest lap here, because Gasly is blocking me. He's just just parking the car too fast there, which slows us down because I'm faster. Now we skip forward to Beau Rivage or whatever you call it, Now we follow Gasly through, coming down now to Mirabu. And yeah, we're still following pretty nicely. They're coming out to the hairpin now. We are right behind still. Now 5 milliseconds. Last lap at this corner it was 6 milliseconds. And we come now to Portier, where Verline and Button crashed in the 2017 Monaco Grand Prix. Verline got flipped over, which was a very weird crash to be honest, as now we come down to the Noble Chicane once again, as now we are right behind Gasly as we make contact as well. That just shows how close the cars were to each other right there. As now we are actually a bit slower than Gasly through here right now, and we have, as you can see in the bottom left, not really the bottom but in the middle of the screen, my overtake just went to 0% for a second there, but yeah. So we are gonna get DRS now, obviously, and this is the only DRS detection zone on this track right now, with on the F1 game. So now follow Pierre Gasly, just behind him right now as we skip over to Portier again. Now coming for the tunnel section, everything goes dark obviously because you're in a tunnel. I don't know if you guys know that. If you go on in the tunnel, there's lights and it's a bit dark than compared to being outside the tunnel. So we make contact there with Pierre Gasly just at the Noble Chicane, but we are still in the race. Not that much of damage, I don't think there is, as we come to the swimming pool section, and we are right behind him now as we go on the curb there, just almost flying as we almost go into the back of Gasly again as we skip now towards lap 5, coming to the hairpin again, full steering lock. We are right behind him now. We could go for an overtake at the Noble Chicane, we could do a lunge for the inside, but I don't want to damage the car, if you know what I'm saying, because usually doing lunges there or trying to overtake there is resulting in contact. So we now skip forward to Vasquez at lap 5. We're going to get DRS once again through the main straight as we now go on to lap 6. What comes after 5? It's 6. As we now follow Gasly through here, we're still behind. We're just right behind him the entire time. So I think we should go for a pit stop now, the end of this lap. So we should go on for the medium tires and use that for the really until the end of the race. So it's a nice strategy, hopefully it can work out and we can undercut Pierre Gasly here. So it would be really nice to undercut him so we can just get ahead without overtaking him on track. In Monaco, in tracks like these, like Zandvoort, Monaco, we saw in real life as well in Zandvoort, just this in 2022. Strategy is a key factor into this part, as we now all try to go for an overtake here. We cut through the Noble Chicane as Gasly still stays ahead, but we almost make contact there. Just by a slight margin, we could have made contact there and damaged the front wing, which is not really a big deal, but then we are still losing some. We'll just not be as good as having the front wing on. So we dive into the pit lane now, and 60 kph, the speed limiter here, as we have the manual pit stop, as we have not the best but a good one, and hopefully we can get a 2.6 second pit stop, and there we go, that's 2.6 seconds in the pit box. So on to the medium tires. We're going to be relegated all the way to the back of the field because I don't think anyone else has pitted. I think Stowe or Latifi might have, I'm not sure. So as we now come to Saint Devote, following the pit lane exit line, I don't want to go over it or get a warning for it. So as we continue now coming to Massenet and up towards Casino right now. The new tires, just trying to get them warmed up because obviously on this game with new tires you don't get that much of grip compared to last year's game. At least you had a little bit grip last year, but now it's just like a boat really, these 2022 cars. So P20 and it's lap 7 right now as we come to the swimming pool chicane once again. There, very nice, close to the barriers. Latifi and Stroll and Gasly as well, and Joe Guanyu go in the pit lane, and we might be able to undercut Pierre Gasly here because Gasly has just gone into the pit lane now. As we get ahead of Gasly and Joe Guanyu, as you can see, we are ahead now of Pierre Gasly. So, and that's a key factor, is Verstappen is only 4.8 seconds ahead of us right now. He's being held up by Schumacher in the Haas. And real life Schumacher did crash here at the swimming pool chicane area, right over there. The car split in half, which was, when I was watching it live, it was really scary to be honest. I thought Like I did not expect such a big crash, but then at least he was okay. And yeah, right now still chasing after Verstappen. I think Schumacher might be holding Verstappen up right now, so we are closing up. Albon and Tsunoda now go in the pits, and Vettel as we skip towards the end of lap 8 and go into lap 9 now. And Leclerc just emerges 5.1 seconds ahead of us. And obviously the Ferrari and the Red Bull are faster cars than the McLaren, so they have a pace advantage. But on a track like this, if you're being held up by slower cars, it's really hard to overtake them unless you really go for a lunge. As we now go skip forward to the swimming pool chicane and to Raskas now, as we're at the end of lap 9 and about to go to lap 10 as we just quickly go to the main straight. Gasly is 1.3 seconds behind us, and we're actually closing the gap to Leclerc and Verstappen. As you can see them, they're right ahead of us now, 1.5 seconds to Leclerc ahead. So if Schumacher does what he's still doing right now, the AI, we might be able to overtake Leclerc and Verstappen. And if Schumacher is really that slow, we could try going for a lunge. As now we go around the outside of Raskas and Leclerc, and the car just snaps on you there, and almost going to the pit lane once again, but unintentionally, if you turn on the DRS right now. So yeah, a bit of a snap there to Raskas as we are still behind Leclerc, now within 1 second. So Schumacher is really helping us here right now by holding up Verstappen and Leclerc. As the AI, I don't really think they're really going to take a risk. Like, the AI are not really that smart enough to do the risk they need to do. As we go to the noble chicane and we overtake Charles Leclerc, and that was one of the best moves I've done on the F1 game, definitely. And hopefully we can do better ones in this race, and hopefully our next one can be Max Verstappen. So it would be really bad for us if Schumacher went in the pits now. Hopefully he does not. Yep, he does not. He stays out. So Verstappen, as you can clearly see right now, he's being held up by Schumacher, and that allowed us to get past Leclerc, who was also stuck behind Schumacher and Verstappen. So now as we go to Saint Devote, just a bit over that curb, but as we go down to Massenet and up to Casino, Monaco and Monza and Spa and Suzuka are one of my favorite circuits as well. And this circuit I've literally memorized it really nicely. I basically know all the corner names. Because now we follow Verstappen to the Casino as we almost go into the back of him, and we are that close to Verstappen right now. Schumacher's done a brilliant job to hold Verstappen up, even though he's not done it intentionally, or he does not want to help us. He's just slow right now. So if we can get past Verstappen, we can get past Schumacher then. And Schumacher hasn't done a pit stop yet, as we're going to go down the inside of Noble chicane on Verstappen. We have done what Verstappen failed to do at the 2019 Monaco Grand Prix, as he made contact with Lewis Hamilton when he did try to do that. So that's P9 right now, behind Schumacher as we come to the swimming pool chicane up towards Raskas. We have actually, that was the best overtake, better than the Leclerc one I did earlier. So what an overtake I did there on Verstappen. I'm actually a bit proud of that. And Ocon goes into the pits right now, and another driver I think, and we're up to P7 now. Hamilton in P5, so that means Russell is leading the race, I believe. Not really, actually. I think there's an Alpine in the lead. Who knows? Let's just focus on a race right now. Schumacher P6 as we now skip forward towards hairpin. And Schumacher is still ahead as we are getting very close for an overtake. And what a snap there. We almost lost it again. Going on the throttle too early, or just, I don't know. As we're now losing some time now to Schumacher as we go to the noble chicane, very close to the barrier there. Almost like making contact with the barrier, but in Monaco to be fast, you have to go as close to the barrier as you can to be fast in Monaco. And Schumacher dives into the pits. So that's going to be, and so does Alonso, so that's going to be P5 right now, unless Verstappen or Leclerc can get us. And on this track, if we defend extremely hard right now, we can keep this P5 till the end of the race. With 5 laps left right now of this 20 lap race, we could finish P5 from P12. And a strategy I think might have actually worked there. And imagine if we did not pit at the end of lap 6, we would have just been held up by Pierre Gasly. So we've actually done a good job on the strategy, and I think better than Ferrari even, who knows. As we're now, Verstappen is just behind us, though he's faster, clearly faster than us. Like right now we're like a boat, and our car's like a boat, and his car's like a rocket ship right now. So if this track was like in Spa or Monza, I think Verstappen would have already got past us even earlier than this, as Verstappen tries to go down the inside there, and we go a bit too wide there at the swimming pool chicane, or at the start of that corner there. So now as we come down towards Vasquez, putting it in neutral to get hopefully a little bit more lock into the corner, as Verstappen is into the pits. Did we make contact? Verstappen just get the slightest amount of front wing damage, or did he just hit the barrier? Who knows? The AI just pit for unnecessary pit stops in this game as well. I've seen that in other races. And also another thing I have to say before this race ends, I will be trying to create a career mode where I try to drive Ferrari, and that's like after September 12th, so we can get that amazing special livery, the yellow Ferrari special livery, into a career mode for the first few races at least, because that livery is my favorite, one of my favorite liveries, seriously. And for me, that's the best livery of the season so far. And other than that, let's go to this race where we have a Ferrari in P3 and a Ferrari right behind us, and that is Charles Leclerc. The Monegasque at his home race, he hasn't crashed out yet. He's still in the race very much right now, and we're still ahead by 2 milliseconds. That's barely a gap. We have to be kind of worried here. He might get us on the main straight. Hopefully he doesn't. We just need to do good defending. And in single player in this game, like in Grand Prix mode and career mode and whatever mode which is single player in this game, weaving is allowed, unlike real life, and you're allowed to move under braking. As Leclerc tries to go around the outside of Saint Devote there, he kind of fails, as we don't leave that much of a room for him, but we can do the defending any driver could wish of. Like you can just push the driver off and not get a penalty, or move under braking. But then, yeah, we're not going to do that much of that, hopefully, as Leclerc tries to go around the outside of the tunnel to the tunnel section as we come to the Novo chicane. That's a bit too late on the brakes as we go not the best racing line through there, and I wouldn't recommend doing that because that would actually just slow you down really as we come down to the swimming pool area. Still the most satisfying corner if you nail it correctly. This and the Novo chicane, it's just brilliant. This track has so much of satisfying corners. Like there's so much. Like it's like, yeah. You get the Novo chicane, the swimming pool area. So yeah, as we come down to turn 1 of lap 19, 1 lap left, and we can get this McLaren, this boat, this orange boat 2P5, the top 5 position of this race. And in real life, McLaren did get a podium in Imola with Lando Norris P3, and like just behind us, they're making a little bit of contact as we go. That was a nice line through the hairpin. You know, just try to keep it clean and out of the barriers, and try not to get any snaps or oversteers or understeers or anything like that, and just try to keep this car in the direction we need it to be in. As we actually just that line through the Novo chicane actually was kind of faster there, kind of did help us out, but it doesn't matter as we're still ahead of Charles Leclerc right now. This race we started in P12, and now hopefully we are fighting for a top 5 finish here. We go a bit too wide with the Vasquez chicane there. That's allowed Charles Leclerc to gain a little bit. We get a bit of a snap there at the exit of Vasquez, as Charles Leclerc goes once again around the outside, coming down into Saint Devote right now. And Leclerc, we just squeeze him a little bit there and run him out of the road there. So we still stay ahead of Charles Leclerc, and Gasly's got ahead of Charles Leclerc as well right now. So the driver who we were fighting at the start of the race for position is now right behind us again. It's now veered the car to hold him up, and we go a bit too wide to the corner there again as we come down towards the casino chicane. I mean, not the chicane, it's It's a hairpin, and it's on in the casino corner as well. I don't know what I'm saying there, but to the hairpin anyway. Now to Potier. Oh, bit of a snap there, as Gasly is going to get past us here through the tunnel chicane as we now skip forward towards the noble chicane. As the thing's going to, yep, here we go, as we squeeze Gasly a little bit off there as he's hit the barrier. George Russell wins the Monaco Grand Prix and Gasly is out of the race, and so is Yuki Tsunoda. Both AlphaTauris are out of this race, and I think that might have been our fault there. We've just left them out of no road. But that's going to be a definite top 5 as we just get the rear spinning in enjoyment, as we're going to weave to basically this might be a win for us, but it's not a win. Top 5 finish. What a race that was. From P12 I think we started, and now in P5, and we should be driver of the day hopefully, and we are. Let's go.
That's it then for another nail-biting Monaco Grand Prix. We were on the edge of our seats the whole time, but they've come through to take a stunning victory. Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners. Some amazing
Thanks for watching the vlog, sharing video, and I'll see you in the next video.
Who
Thanks
would
for
you pick
watching.
as your driver of the day?
Daniel Ricciardo would be my driver of the day. He just